Hey, what is up everybody? It is Holland here and welcome back to another video. And as you guys saw yesterday, I did upload a pre-E3 video, so I couldn't really talk about the big gaming news that we got yesterday. We got quite the stories. We got about 3 of them, and I'm going to save 2 of them because one of them is we're going to get more information this Friday on Far Cry 5, so I figured I'd hold off on that video until then. But let's talk about some of the 2 biggest gaming news that we got this week. Now I'm going to start off with the shortest story, and that is that Red Dead Redemption 2 got delayed. Now, if you've been following the channel and gaming at its core especially, you know, we've been going back and forth on whether we think this will be delayed. I think if you saw Rockstar's past, you know, this wasn't really that big of a surprise. You know, they've been delaying every single game left and right since, like, for the past decade, I think. And, yeah, I think they did that with GTA. They did that with all their other games that just came out in the past 10 years. They have a really strong record of delaying games, which really sucks. But at least we got some good news alongside that. And the good news is, besides that, your wallet will be saved this fall. This is a fact that we got 4 new screenshots. Now, if there's one thing to take away from these 4 screenshots, is this game looks really beautiful. Honestly, once I saw these screenshots, it made it up for the delay 100% because of how good this game looks. Like, seriously, you remember how GTA 5 looked back on the PS3 and Xbox 360? Like, just seeing them finally move over to a PS4, you know, title. I guess you could say GTA 5 Remastered was, but, man, this is going to be really their first next generation or current generation game, and it's looking really, really good. Other than that, it just showed off quite the environments of, like, horses, you know, revolvers. The attention to detail is, like, pretty much there with all of these screenshots. What they said in their, like, little press releasing is the fact they needed more time as a team, and, you know, it's like the standard stuff any team would say if they need more time, honestly. You know, the thing about Rockstar I don't get is why they announced their game so early, like, for their dates. You know, they announced fall 2017 back at, like, what, November of last year, October? And legit, nobody thought that was actually going to be the case because, you know, why would they announce that date if they're, like, not going to stick to it? It seems kind of stupid. But yeah, so the other big piece of news is especially for the Uncharted fans like myself, and that is the Uncharted movie is actually going into a different direction. Now, with this, they actually casted Nathan Drake, and they casted Tom Holland. Now, the thing is, you know, a lot of people might be thinking, whoa, this guy's way too young. The thing is, the direction they're going with this movie is the fact it's going to be a prequel. So this is going to be based on the events of Uncharted 3, where Nate ran into Sully. So the big thing I take away this, obviously, is Tom Holland. Now, I think Tom Holland is a good fit for Nathan Drake, and I had to say that Tom Holland actually is a pretty great fit for Nathan Drake. Now, this is not a direction I think they would go in, because it was just something that I didn't really think of. You know, the Uncharted games have always been about, like, you know, Nathan Drake in his 30s or so. And I think it's actually a good idea to go to prequel years. Honestly, the biggest reason why I'm so glad they're going into the prequel era is because of the fact that, you know, Nathan Drake isn't iconic. You know, it's not Nolan North with his famous voice as Nathan Drake. You know, if you think about Nolan North and Nathan Drake, really only one person is Nathan Drake, and that's Nolan North. You know, the kids, even Naughty Dog themselves, have flapped between different, you know, different actors. So, you know, those kid characters, you know, of Sam and Drake are not as established as, you know, Nathan Drake, Sully, and Elena back in, like, the modern era. So this is really, really cool news. Honestly, when I saw it of Tom Holland playing as Nathan Drake, it honestly made perfect sense. If you guys have been keeping up with Spider-Man Homecoming, you know, he kind of has that same charm as Nathan Drake does, and just seeing him as a kid, or at least in his, like, late teens, early 20s, will be a really, really cool thing to see. Honestly, I really want to see how this will actually happen, and honestly, I'm way more positive about this movie because of the sole fact that they're not going to be touching something that's already been established so much, you know, and this has less room for, like, you know, errors, and honestly, I think they could do a good job. Honestly, I'm still, you know, a little bit hesitant on this movie because of the sole reason that they're not really talking to Naughty Dog about this movie. You know, I think Naughty Dogs themselves have been, like, expressing on Twitter how, like, you know, how annoying it is that they don't even play the games or whatever, they don't even know, and I just hope that this movie is good. As you guys know, I've been covering the movie for quite a bit of time. This movie has been a thing for, I want to say at least 7 years or so, which is honestly crazy. I think it's been, like, before Uncharted 3 came out, they were still talking about a movie. It's honestly crazy how this movie hasn't happened yet, but hopefully it will be good when it eventually does come out. You know, Tom Holland's going to be a good fit, so as long as the story is good and they don't write Nathan Drake badly, and I just hope it, you know, it's kind of like original content there. So the biggest question I'm wondering is if Sam's going to be in the movie, and if Marlowe's going to be in it, because I know, as you guys know, they're going to be basing it off the Uncharted 3 flashback, and that includes Marlowe. You know, my gut feeling says is they're just going to scrap Marlowe, and they're just going to take that thing, and they're just going to go with something differently, because, you know, Marlowe's kind of attached to the later on story with Uncharted 3. Maybe she'll be in the beginning, and that's not what the rest of the movie's about, but who knows, it's going to be pretty cool. The biggest question for me is Sam. Now, Sam, you know, as you guys know, was a big character in Uncharted 4, honestly, probably like the biggest turning point in Uncharted 4. And, well, Uncharted 3, Uncharted 2, and Uncharted 1, he wasn't really there at all, and we didn't even know he existed, so, you know, them basing it off Uncharted 3 could mean that they're just going to skip over Sam, which would kind of feel weird. I honestly really want a mention of Sam at the least, and just see how it would be. It would feel a little bit weird, you know, it would feel a little bit weird if Sam wasn't there, so, you know, honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I think right now they had to write a new script because Joe Carnahan, the original guy that wrote the script, has been like, I think he got laid off, or like they're just, removing him from the whole project. I think Sean Levy, the director that directed many famous movies, including Stranger Things Season 2 and 1, or like certain episodes of Stranger Things 1 and 2. And he's still on board. So yeah, so right now we have a lead for Nathan Drake, and honestly, it's looking the most promising it has been in since 2010. It's been looking the most promising since then. So yeah, I really want to know your guys' thoughts on, Tom Holland and the whole new direction for the Uncharted movie. Honestly, back in the day when it was just going to be like what, the rumors of Mark Wahlberg and everything, it was all negative, and, everything up until this point was all negative. But ever since, this whole new casting of Tom Holland and the whole prequel idea, I've seen about 50-50 on whether people actually want this movie or not, or they're okay with it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. I guess I'll leave you there. Red Dead Redemption 2 got delayed, and so we also got a lead for Nathan Drake in the new Uncharted movie. So yeah, guys, I guess this is kind of like a different type of video. I figured I'd combine two stories into one, just kind of like a news video, and give you guys my thoughts on this. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be tomorrow or so, maybe Thursday. Not sure yet. I've been doing exams, so I've been trying to pump as many videos as I can as my final week of school here. But yeah, guys, I've been online. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Now, see you all in the next video. Peace out.